What's up, everybody?
Uh,
Welcome to another night of listing on eBay, Amazon, whatever you're listing on.
Another night.
How you doing tonight? Harlan, have you been sick? I have not been sick. Y'all look bad? That's not a trick question. Y'all doing good? Everybody? No? Yes?
Yeah.
So I'm going to start the night off with a bowl of ice cream and
I'm gonna start off with a bowl.
Old Smoky banana pudding moonshine.
Yeah,
You've tried this already? Have you tried this combination already?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
What you drinking, Scott?
Beer.
Nice, good choice. When they don't have these, I drink those.
I just drizzle it over the ice cream. Banana pudding
I'm about to go get some ice cream. This sucks.
God, this stuff smells so good. It's dangerous too because you can't taste any alcohol, and it's I think it's like 15%.
Steven Stray, what's that? Hey, don't worry. I think either tomorrow night or first thing Thursday morning, I'm gonna run down and meet my brother. So next week we can have the championship.
Bong hit championships. That's right.
Hell yeah, bong hit championship.
For those that know, it's that time. It's time to get right. Let's get it right.
For those that know.
For those that know.
Yeah.
No.
The only thing I got on here is this 10 to 1. This stuff's like wasting your. You gotta drink the whole bottle of 10 to 1.
Yeah, man. That's no good.
What's up, Andy?
I used to have some 1 to 1. I don't know what I did with it.
Amish Flipper, how's everybody doing tonight?
Just in case y'all forgot. Everybody wish him a happy birthday.
Today's his birthday?
Happy birthday, Big Orange.
I didn't even hear nothing about that.
You can't get him back fast enough. Yeah, it's his birthday today. It's also Flag Day, I think. I don't know what Flag Day means, but it's Flag Day. Scott, please bring back the Wednesday show.
What's up, Alan? What's up, me?
I had to think about that. I don't know. Maybe.
Here we go. Cheers.
Cheers to my ice cream. I'm going hard tonight. It's vanilla. Woo! Hey, Rhonda. Yeah, we're going to be listed on eBay or Amazon or getting stuff ready for auction next week for the next couple of hours. So
I actually got 3 of these listed. I got them updated to 2022. Guess I can take the guy's company stickers off of them.
Mm-hmm. had that Fitbit scale that I bought at that yard sale with the 3DS.
Yeah.
That thing's new in the box.
And the nice thing about these is they updated the current maps. Even though they've got a slot for an micro SD card, they didn't need one to update the map. A lot of them need that card because they don't have enough internal memory because the maps. I guess the file gets larger each year.
Right.
But these, yeah, I got lucky with these. I just gotta have somebody buy a couple of them.
Because you got a couple of them.
Yeah, I got 20 something. And I already had a bunch of them, but I've been running to the auction, the regular ones.
Yeah, the ones with these lifetime maps. That's the good ones, too. Yeah. I think Beckham said good evening, folks, because he was waiting in the back room. He's like, if he's not going to let me in, I got to start chatting. I was about to say, hey, I sent you a link. Oh, he's in the back. I'll see him down there now.
He's like, I'm just back here watching the show. What's the news?
That's right.
Oh shit! Look who's in the house.
Steve Alcorn.
Man, the legend.
Mr. Sadie, how are you? Wyatt Earth, how's it going? Scott's got a beer. I've got vanilla ice cream with Old Smoky Moonshine banana pudding flavored stuff on it.
Lemonade.
Lemonade? What the hell? Is it hard lemonade?
That's Mike's hard lemonade.
Harder than that. Harder than hard. How about that?
Yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do this evening.
Mr. Sadie's wife took the grandkids to Branson, so we're stuck with him, y'all. He's here for the night.
I sold that printer that I listed last week. The thermal printer.
Yeah.
Sold last night.
The receipt machine.
The receipt machine. Damn right.
That's right.
Hey, John Jones. Yep, this is where the cool kids are hanging out tonight. You have found it.
Hey, Alan.
I forgot to check the auction this time to see if there's any receipt machines.
$200.
Nope, no receipt machines and no printers. What the heck?
Gotta look now. Now you know the search term. Never know. See what you might find.
A foxtail and an antler. What the hell?
Let's see. Ron's been missing Steve's Glow Force videos.
It's a Glow Forge.
What's Glow Force?
Yeah, what's that?
I'm just
May the Glow Force be with you.
Oh, it's Forge.
Yeah, it's a Glow Forge.
Oh, okay.
I've wanted one of those.
I sent him the link. Come on, Steve. What the hell?
Yeah, what the hell, Steve?
I
I ain't talked to you forever, man. What the hell?
Oh, he's being all shy. What the hell?
These people already seen your ass crack. You might as well come on.
Yeah, right?
Multiple times.
It's a damn keyboard. Texas Man has been missing everything about Steve. I don't know what's going on up in here. Just a little eBay listing and
Carrying on.
What it is, Todd? How's it going, man? So did get some good news tonight. So a fellow YouTuber was messaged me. So Tamara, if most of y'all know Tamara, she does I think she does most of the time a Monday morning show, Yellow Brick Road Reselling. Will be coming through Huntsville Sunday, so we're gonna meet up with her for dinner Sunday night. So that'll be a lot of fun. Her husband, if y'all, her husband Tony, he's got the cool big white beard. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And another someone who doesn't do YouTube, but she's on YouTube every now and then. Laura lives here in town. Another reseller is gonna meet us. Maybe Harlan if he wants to.
We'll see. You missed it, Tracy. You ran to get a beer. You missed the whole show.
Oh yeah, it's last night show.
He asked us that today. He goes, tonight? It's like, no, watch tomorrow.
Hey, Harlan, is he down there? Let him in. Is Steve down there?
He is down there.
Oh shit!
There he is.
What's up, dude?
Alco, what's up, buddy?
Where have you been?
Same old, same old.
Just looking for Bigfoot or what?
No, none of that.
I haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah, I watched like I think 9 or 10 episodes of Expedition Bigfoot yesterday to catch up on season 3.
I'm sorry. You had to put yourself through that shit.
I mean, it really. I tell you, I had a great idea. We drive out and we buy shit on the way out there and send it in. We hunt for Bigfoot and make videos while we're out there, and we buy shit on the way home. I'm telling you, that's a winner right there, Steve.
Oh yeah, that's double whammy right there. Can't go wrong.
So Russell and I don't get along very well. Russell from that show. we kind of had some words at one point.
Yeah, he kind of gets excited. He sees Bigfoots and stuff everywhere.
He's a douchebag.
Has anybody ever seen one?
I might have.
For whoever wanted Glowforge videos, we went on. I got sick for 2 weeks. Then we went on vacation to North Carolina, and then I came home and realized I'm in debt and I need to make money. So I've been making money instead of making videos.
It's funny how that works out.
Yeah. I'll get back to it. It's been a little hectic around here.
Yeah. It comes back around. I had the same thing at the beginning of the year happen to me. I was down and out for 2 months. Bounce right back.
Well, I'll tell you, eBay's been on fire for me the last couple of weeks, so I'm happy with that.
Amazon's
Big
been
sales.
good.
Amazon and me are about ready to part ways. I'm not doing well there. But that's just because I ain't putting any effort into it, you know.
Yeah.
I love this time of year because eBay is my passion, and I'm sure most of it people listening, that's the way it is. So this time of year with the yard sales and stuff, I can do really well. So Amazon doesn't get the attention it needs. But sorry, Dave, I did lower my price on that one item because I needed them gone. I'm sure you noticed.
Yeah.
They're gone, so you're good now. So the other day we went to a yard sale here. It was actually my favorite yard sales are the ones that aren't on the list. You know, I make this whole en route thing of yard sales, but this one was just a pop up, and my wife got this beautiful old mantle clock, GE mantle clock, for $26, and it should be worth about almost $200. It works. It chimes every 15 minutes. You'll probably hear it go off here in a minute. And then at the same one, I got let's see if I can find the name of the video game. Skies of Arcadia or something like that. Anyway, it's a game that's worth $200.
Oh, wow.
Had to pay $5 for it. It's sold already. The problem was she didn't tell us. My wife bought a set of books there too, and we smelled smoke, and we're like, "What the fuck is going on?" Well, after we paid, she told us that the house had a fire.
Oh no!
I had to sell the game for a little less, but it still sold for $150.
Yeah.
But we've been having sales like that, pretty consistently.
So here's my yard sale story from the week. So Harlan and I are in a neighborhood, and we roll up on a yard sale. It's a lady and her son, and the son's selling this. He's got a PS5, so he's selling the PS4. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 6 games with it. So I asked him, like, how much you want for the PS4 and the games? And she says, well, we're starting at 100. So my first thought is, you ain't getting 100. you just discount it. So I just stood there for a minute. So the one thing, if y'all don't go to yard sales but y'all see a lot of videos, the one thing Harlan is a fucking genius at is he uses silence, man. They'll give a price and Harlan will make them squirm. I mean, even when I know he's gonna pay what they had, I'll sit there. He still bullshit. I'm like, dude, just buy it. I sit here thinking so I waited for a minute and the lady goes, we'll even throw in the TV. So in the front of I said, what TV? I look around there. In the front of the table, there's a 40-inch Roku LED TV with the remote. And the TV, even though it was the screen had some stuff on it, they never even took the plastic off around it. I'm like, I'll give you 80. And so they took the 80. So I got by using the Harlan method and waiting for letting them throw the TV in on top of it and taking two of the games are one's a $45 and one's a $40 game. I took the TV to auction Monday morning already, so it'll be sold not this Thursday but next. So the PS4 should be all the profit should be that, and the other games are weak, but.
This is my other find of the week. $2.
2?
Now here's the story. It didn't have the top, it didn't have the lid, and it didn't turn on. Well, there's that green board on the front in here, and I have a broken spare, so I replaced that board and replaced the top. Motherfucker, sorry, this damn thing works. You guys missed me, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Damn thing worked for $2.
Yeah.
Now, I bought another one today at a yard sale for $10, but the only thing good in it was the hard drive. But it already has all the software you need on it. So if I have one that breaks again, I have a good hard drive. This also had a 1 terabyte hard drive in it, so somebody's updated it at some point.
Oh, wow.
It's not for sale though. I broke my my wife's son's Xbox about 2 years ago, and I've never had one that I could fix it with, but he gets it.
Well, the hard drive was worth that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because that was a 1 terabit.
And I forgot the last half of the story. So here I am. I'm carrying the PlayStation 4 out and the stuff out, and I'm gonna turn around to get the TV. And before I can even turn around, Harlan's bought an entire drum set from him. And he's dragging drums. I'm about to damn turn around and run into him because he's carrying drums. And
I should have went like the commercial animal.
Like animal, that's right. That was an interesting yard sale that I got a PS4 and a free TV, and Harlan got a drum set.
That $2 Xbox was like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon too. Everybody else looked at it and thought it was a piece of junk. So if you have a little bit of ability, you can. I mean, I don't know what those are going for nowadays, but it got to be a $100 bill. Anyway.
I don't know. I've got one over there. I just erased it today. I'm gonna get it listed tomorrow. It's a launch edition Xbox One. I don't know what it's worth.
I also got this guy this week for $20, and his older counterpart for $8. And they both came with games. This one came with Super Mario All Stars. I can't remember what the other one came with. But the games themselves were worth $20, so I paid $20 for this. This will be my keep unit to test with.
So the drums are for you, right, Harlan?
The drums are sitting at the auction as we speak.
You didn't get them for yourself?
Nope. Nope.
I've been doing a lot of marketplace selling.
Oh, yeah?
People around here. I noticed we were looking for a bike for my wife's son because he got a DUI, and it's a big old long story. But he needed to get back and forth to work when we're not around, And to buy a bike around here is not cheap. So I'm like, huh. So I ran across bikes at yard sales for like $10, and I've been flipping them for 30, 40, $50.
Oh,
Real
nice.
quick on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
So because I thought, well, if I could find it for 10 and maybe put some air in the tires or oil the chain or, do some basic maintenance on them.
Ride
Yeah.
some wheelies.
Now, I've noticed that the girls' bikes don't sell as well. So, and your best bet is like a BMX type is what's going around here anyway.
So, Scott,
Harlan needs a bike to ride across Iowa.
is he got a bike for him to ride across the state of Iowa on with you?
You're coming, right, Steve?
What?
Iowa.
I have no idea.
Bicycles for riding them.
Who's
From
riding
Iowa.
it?
Everybody is. There's a what's it called, Scott?
The rag bride.
You ride bikes all the way across the state of Iowa in 7 days.
It's
Sounds
actually
horrible.
8 days.
I would say
I will not be participating.
Jacob's going. We're all going.
I'm going. I can't wait.
We're gonna get you in shape, Steve.
It's gonna be
Could it be
awesome.
an electric bike
That's what I did. That's what I said.
or gas-powered bike or something?
I didn't read anything
That's
that
what
said,
Jacob's doing.
I didn't read anything that said it couldn't be electric.
Yeah. So there was a bike race that it starts in Pittsburgh and ends in my little town here. It's an hour and a half drive to Pittsburgh in a car. So that's a pretty long race, but I don't think it's as big as the state of Iowa.
I'll tell you
It
what
only
I'll
takes
do.
2 days.
I will go if I can get on one of those bicycles and everybody sits there. It's like a table and everybody's pedaling and they're drinking margaritas as they go. They've got
I
them
am down with that.
They've
You
got
know
them downtown. You can do it.
Was there a video going around in Nashville where they wrecked one of them things somewhere? I think I saw one in Nashville where they wrecked one.
Oh, we got to do that. I'm down.
Oh, and speaking of, you mentioned before I came in when I was trying to get in the room, but nobody would let me in.
I didn't even look
Not
down there. Sorry.
About my shirt problem, and so my wife, when we were in North Carolina, we had to go to, what was it, Belk? Yeah, I think it was Belk, and she bought me all new shirts that are long, so we don't have that problem anymore. Can't pick on me anymore.
Just not about that. We can still pick on
Oh yeah. I know that.
Wait, how do you get a DUI on the bicycle thing while you're drinking? Is that even possible?
Sure.
You're on a public
Yeah,
road.
'cause I think the operator, the person who was in charge, had been drinking with him, and they
I
wrecked
think
one.
that he's the one driving. The other people have.
Yeah, he did, because I remember something happened, Alan, that wrecked one or something happened crazy on one. Yeah, they caused a wreck. Yeah.
Correct. I saw one in Huntsville that the battery died, and it's like, wait a minute. They had to go jump it off. I was like, does the pedals actually not do anything?
Why have we not done this yet?
I don't know. CJ had a great idea. He said he'd attach a drum set to the bike and dress as Lieutenant Dangle and go across the state of Iowa.
Yeah, I don't think you realize this is 60 or 70 miles a day. So
And
on top of all the eating and drinking and everything else you're going to do while you're during that.
Maybe I need to follow along on a margarita bus.
See, Harlan's not scared of the riding part. Tell him what the part that you really don't like.
Oh, sleeping in a tent. I don't don't do tents. I'm 52. I'm past the tents.
So, all right, I'll go. We can get rooms, right?
No, it's
Hey, these places are in the middle of nowhere, dude.
it's tents. You're pulling up.
There's 10,000 people doing this.
You're sleeping with ticks, is what you're sleeping with.
How's they gonna crawl in your tent?
And then y'all got to check each other for ticks, and I'm out. Just saying.
I've been camping a lot of times in my
I'll
life,
drive.
and
I'll drive the RV. How about that? Everybody can sleep in the RV at night.
I've never
Hey,
ever,
there's an idea.
never ever had to check anybody for ticks.
Steven, you've never checked anybody for ticks?
No,
I'm
and
sorry.
I've been camping a lot.
I'm sorry.
Not with women though.
That's the best part, Steve.
That sounds
Well,
like
no,
a
you-
Check people for ticks.
Well, not if you're hanging out with a bunch of guys.
There's plenty. No, I didn't. There's women that goes on these too, but I didn't say on this trip. You said you've never checked anybody. There's
Well, I
places
haven't.
there's places people can't reach, Steve. You gotta.
You got to help a brother out, right?
Steven got a ticket riding a bicycle at 3 a.m. Ran a red light.
I got pulled over when I was younger. We had a dick for a cop in town, and he liked to harass the kids. And I wasn't even on the bike; I was walking it because it was dark out, and so he got me for not having a light on my bike. I'm like, really, dude? I'm not even riding the damn thing.
Pushing it?
Yeah,
And he. That makes sense.
Oh my god! What are you doing? Watching ZZ Top in concert?
I don't know. Something. I think that's what it is.
Oh, I know it's ZZ Top.
Yeah.
Monster High.
So did you ever meet those guys?
No, I wish.
I bet she's
It's kind of hard to meet one of them now.
Yeah, well, there is that.
Purple baby.
So who is it? So Dollar Tree used to carry a Bigfoot call. Mighty Day.
I have one. Of course, I'll go get it. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, I gotta hear this.
Oh, you have one still?
Yeah, have to.
One of my friends on Facebook said they were a Dollar Tree retail arbitrage flip. He was getting $30 each for them.
Really? Because I bought them back then. I wasn't into reselling, but I noticed there was a little bit of a profit in them, so I sold a few. I didn't even know what I was doing. I didn't even know I was doing retail arbitrage. But that was quite a few years ago. My son had bought me one at Dollar because he knew I was into Bigfoot and shit. So he bought me one, and I'm like, huh. So I went around to a few Dollar Trees and bought a bunch of them. I have one left.
Hey Scott,
That's
did
for
those
myself.
two women buy all those Monster High dogs the other day?
Yeah, bitches. So we were at a yard sale, and and Harlan turns around and sees a bunch of video games, and then the lady says something, and Harlan reaches in and grabs them all, and then she's asking about it. And Harlan's trying to go through this box.
He walks up with a tub and
Yeah.
puts it on the table, and I see this. I see a whole stack of 3DS games in the corner like this. And I mean, there's 4 Pokemons, there's all this. And I said, how much are your games? And he said, $1 a piece.
$1.
I reach in, I grab them, I put them over here, and then there's loose games and stuff, and I'm grabbing them. This woman come over there and just dove into this tub, and she goes, is the games are $1? Do you have a system? Is there a system? And I'm like, this woman's about to lose her fingers. So I reach down and I see the system and I grab it, put it over, and she grabs the things, unzip it. Oh, it's not here. And he goes, I think there's one in there. And I'm like, I've got this thing. What is that?
That's the Bigfoot call.
That's the Bigfoot call.
Oh my God. That sounds just like Bigfoot.
Exactly.
Hey, do it again. Do it again.
They sold well. Dude, it's been out in my garage for like 3 years. It's a little dusty.
All of a sudden, you got people.
That's just good stuff right there.
It's a little kazoo. They were cool, and they did sell quickly.
I saw
the look on that big woman's face when she said, Harlan goes, I think I got the game right here. She got all flushes. She goes, are you going to get all those games?
25 3DS games and a 3DS XL system for 40 bucks.
Yeah.
But she got my Monster High dolls. Crazy woman. We tore that yard sale up.
Go dog. I don't have anything right this second. I need to go in the house. But that thing is, I have to wait till later because I hit that a couple times and.
That's all she wrote.
Yeah.
We're easing in with beer. Well, not me. But.
I saw that the title was live eBay and auction listing.
It is. I'm listing stuff.
Okay.
I'm thinking about this stuff.
Me too. I'm with Scott. Jacob looked like he's hard at work.
I can list this. This is the calculator I bought last week. See how it's still in this package? But that's the back of the package looks like that.
Oh, that's boo-boo.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I sell on Amazon, if I'm better just to take it out and call it like new.
Oh, we lost him.
Uh-oh. Harlan
kicked himself out.
He kicked himself out.
Mm-hmm. And I've got two of them like this.
Kicked too hard and kicked himself out.
I would do those like new. Why not?
This was the same way, so whatever happened to both of them.
I don't know.
I just put in there something like the packaging is damaged. I'm probably gonna sell them as very good and tell them, the calculator's never been out. The package is heavily damaged, but it doesn't affect that calculator or the manual or anything. Yeah, let's go ahead and listen, see if we can sell them.
There you go.
Which one is this one? We got a blue.
This one isn't for listing, but my wife's niece brought it over and it doesn't agitate anymore. So it's usually just a plastic gear on the inside.
Yeah.
If you get one of these at a yard sale because it doesn't work,
yeah,
there's YouTube videos on how to fix them and they're really easy. So that's what I'm gonna work on tonight.
So I bought an older one of those a couple weeks ago for $50, and it sold for $140 at the auction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this is just I don't know what this one's worth. I haven't looked it up because it's not for sale.
Yeah, I don't know what year it was where they switched up and went to that plastic inside.
The one I had.
Well, they say it's a plastic gear so that if you overload the machine, it breaks on purpose so that you don't ruin the motor.
Yeah.
The one I had was older, so it had metal gears in it. So it was that avocado green color one.
Mm.
It had a food processor or something like a lettuce shredder, the attachment, and the grinder attachment. Joni kept the attachments, and I just sold the mixer and bowl.
I bought a meat grinder attachment for this at a yard sale about a month ago, and on eBay they don't go for a whole lot with shipping. I would I wouldn't have made much money. But locally, if I sold it for $20, and that's about what they go for on eBay. So at local, I mean, it didn't used to work around here very well, but local is starting to pick up here. And I think a lot of it's to do with economy. People are trying to buy used stuff and not spend the money on the new stuff. So it's an opportunity, you know.
Hey, Glenn, how are you?
I'm going to totally clean this thing forward, too, because I can't stand dirty appliances.
All right, so let's select the condition, use, sell this product.
So when I was in North Carolina, we went to the bins. Andy Glass was with me, so he can attest to this. And I bought a DVD set, and it was all new. It didn't have it looked like nobody really ever watched it, but it was the TV show Queer as Folk. I don't know if I'm sure you guys are all familiar with that.
You can't trust Andy Glass.
But anyway, they're going to be doing a reboot of that show apparently, and I didn't even know it. I sold that DVD set on Amazon. I merchant fulfilled it because the rank was really high. $195. So if you come across anything with, Queer as Folk, because they're doing the reboot, if you find that DVD set new, it's over $500.
Nice.
So. I've been doing really well on Amazon with used DVD set seasons and mostly complete series type thing, that kind of stuff. I just sold Hogan's Heroes complete series for like $50.
Nice.
And some of those Hogan's Heroes ones can be more. It's just the set that I have was a little bit less. I mean, it's all the same shows and everything. It's just the desirability of the actual thing. I got sliders now. No, actually, I just sold sliders. I think that one went for 20 or 30. Complete series, and right now I have one of my favorite shows, The Wonder Years.
Wonder Years.
Now they have this listed used on Amazon for $119. However, on eBay used it goes for about $50. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it'll really sell at, but I paid $10 for it because either way I make out.
Yeah.
How does somebody have 36,000 ratings and only beat 79%?
I saw one the other day that had.
Yeah.
There was one that was posted in Ed's group the other day, and he had thousands and thousands of rating, and he was at like 8% or 18% or some real low number like that.
Jeez.
How do they get away with it?
Volume.
It's probably I don't know what they're selling, and they must be selling it super cheap to get the and then cashing out and leaving, that kind of thing.
I guess Amazon is glitching out because an error occurred. We tried to process their request. We apologize for the inconvenience. Rest assured, we are working to resolve the problem as soon as possible.
Sure they are.
Oh, it's been glitching for the past few days.
Yeah, I had some glitches when I went to view a regular listing, and it said an error occurred. It still showed the listing, but it was in a weird format. So
it was glitching out for ungating a few days ago. So I tried to push through anything I could to see if it would squeak through, and I don't know that much of it did. Oh no, it was giving me everything. I was like, holy shit.
Well, somebody who won't be named and I one day did that, and we thought it was a glitch, and it wasn't. We just were all of a sudden for some reason our account's qualified.
Well, you hit a certain capacity.
So I just received a text from a concerned viewer. They think Harlan might be a little too handsy with the doll.
No, concerned viewer. That had to be Andy Glass.
No.
All right, I got to remember. I got to remember the video. I think these two come out.
Come on,
I've had this mixer here for a couple of weeks, but I've been concentrating on getting out of debt. So I haven't got to it yet. And I've told her I'd get to it this week. So
this is I hate these people, and I hate the way they do shit. The Bleacher Report. A Russian court has extended Brittany Griner's detention in the country until at least July 2nd. The U.S. State Department considers Griner, who has been held since February, wrongfully detained. The bitch broke their laws by carrying illegal drugs into a foreign country. Throw her ass in jail and don't let her out. That is not wrongfully detained. That is, she's a fucking idiot. That's what that is.
And that's it for the politics for tonight. Back to eBay and Amazon.
That's not politics. That ain't. I didn't say anything about the election being stolen and Trump being president, and COVID is a lie, and mask. I mean, but it's the way they present people.
well, it's always been that way, though.
I mean,
yeah, it's yellow journalism, basically.
You do something stupid, and they blame it. They blame it. What happens if I go to Russia, with our buddy Dave, and I've got a bunch of marijuana? They're gonna throw me in a gulag somewhere and forget I existed. Nobody's coming to get me.
She's lucky she's Brittany Griner and has a chance to get out.
And she is one of the. That's the other thing that I hate too is this is someone who hates this damn country, who does everything, these damn knee benders and all this crazy mess. When they get in trouble and they fuck up, the first thing they do is beg this country to save them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just irritating.
But honestly, being over there right now is not a good thing. They're not going to listen.
Yeah, there are, like Gary said, big guys not in Singapore. There's countries in the Far East that the U.S. can't get you out.
Yeah.
I think Philippines might be another one. I think it's Philippines one that there's a couple of those that it's just and our crazy media goes right along with it. Wrongfully detained. Dadgummit. We need Wubba back in the chat. I think I converted Wubba to a conservative, and he was so scared that he just stopped showing up in the show anymore. That's my theory. That's the one I've accepted.
That's your theory.
Oh yeah, Ron. You're exactly right. She is the same bitch that wanted to stop the national anthem. This country's never done nothing for us but oppress me. Because I'm a basketball player, they don't play me as much as the guys.
I think she's seeing what real oppression's like right now. Well, it's economics why women don't get paid. It has nothing to do with gender. Why women don't get paid to play basketball as much as the guys. People don't go to watch the women as much. They don't make as much money per game.
That's exactly it.
It's the only reason.
You live in the United States of America, the greatest country ever. More economic opportunities. Your success is dependent on what you want to do in this country. And to sit back and whine and cry about it. Steve just told you he was broke. He had bills to pay. So what did he do? He went back to work. It ain't that hard.
My ass off, man.
Damn, that's a lot of working.
No, I don't have much of that. I mean, that's when my pants fall off. I don't have much of one, but somebody's been in this before.
Yeah, I miss Wubba. Wubba was always consistent. He was always fun. I think he's that back and was like, that's enough of this reselling mess. I'm gonna mess with Scott until he starts talking about something else. Woba was from the I think he was from Washington State.
Yeah,
Maybe he was a member of Antifa.
All right. Did I get enough of it all?
All I have is cookies. I don't have ice cream like Harlan.
I bought the ice cream after I bought the Old Smoky Moonshine Banana Pudding drink.
I'm working on that, Larry. Maybe I'm gonna do a better job of explaining myself.
All right.
And I'm happy to report Tuesday night wing nights are officially back. That's the first time I've eaten wings in probably 6 months on wing night.
75 cents.
It made a difference. You see the crowd?
Well, also all the people that was normally outside came in. Today in Alabama, the heat, it was about 97 or 98. Heat index was pushing 110 today.
Don't worry, next Monday or Tuesday it's gonna be 99.
Yeah.
I think our big heat wave is basically this week, looks like, and then it will go back down to the 80s.
It's still hot. I bet we're still hot.
Yeah, it's still 85, feels like 94. It's almost 9 o'clock outside. So the next 10 days is, today was 95. We got 96, 95, 96, 91, 93, 95, 98, 99, 98.
Sucks to be you.
It really does.
Yeah. We got 3 more days of really hot, and then we go back down to the mid 80s.
We haven't gotten that really hot that you guys have yet, but we're supposed to come this week. But we'll never get it like you guys
want
have.
to just pass out.
I tell you the same thing I told Tamara when she was saying. So Tamara's in Nashville bitching about the heat. I said, that's why I live in New York. I'm like, I ain't never shoveled snow in my life. When?
I've shoveled a few.
I had never even seen a snow blower until we did the 127 and got up past Kentucky. Mm-hmm. Was that Indiana we was in? Where was we at?
We're in Ohio.
Ohio? Okay.
Well, wait till you come. If you're ever in this part of the state on Lake Erie with the lake effect snow and shit, it gets even funner.
Steve, you can't talk about this because you don't even shovel your own snow. That's what your wife does.
She shovels, I snow.
Whoa.
I used to have to shovel though. Yeah, I don't have to anymore. But I'm out there with a doggone snowblower. That's something, right? Got to count for something. Oh, shoot. I'm supposed to be watching this video on how to take this thing apart. Oh, it requires a hammer. Hold on.
So what do I think about daily refinement?
Why is that?
So
okay. Why is he still making eBay videos when he doesn't have an eBay account anymore?
And why are people paying him for, 30 whatever it is a month? You listen to somebody who wasn't. The guy's smart. I give him that, and he's good with motivation. He's good with helping people, but you know, it's one thing I say this over and over. What is your account worth? When you make decisions on what you're going to do with these online platforms, what is your account worth? Is it, whether it's eBay, whether it's Amazon, whether it's Etsy, whatever, you know, is what you're doing for a temporary profit worth your whole future of what you could sell? How much does this do? How much he put his whole everything on the line for these shoes, you know? Okay, so you got one or two choices. Either the shoes were stolen and he didn't know it, and he, you know, Nike and some other stores were saying, hey, these are the same shoes. They're so rare. These are the shoes that got stolen from us. Or your other option is there were prototypes that he was selling. Some of his shoes, I understand, were prototypes. And that stuff was never supposed to get out. And somebody way up at Nike called eBay and said, listen, you've got somebody selling these items that were never supposed to be sold, never meant to be in the public. And, you know, we don't know how he got them. They could be stolen. We don't know how he got them. And he couldn't prove where he got any of this stuff. And so eBay said, you know what, we're done.
That was the big thing. It sounded like he just couldn't prove where he got them. And what was in question with the shoes will never be known. He hasn't said that. But just him being able not to prove where he got them from was what got him. And it must have been very serious.
The weird thing to me was he signed an NDA, and I can't talk about certain things.
That's
if they're kicking you off, you know, be damned with that, and you're never going to be able to sell on their platform again. You know, what do you sign an NDA for?
He said he didn't sign an NDA for that. He signed an NDA because he was some big-time seller or some bull.
Oh, because they give different.
Now, I like the guy, but he knew exactly. I guarantee he knew exactly what he was doing. I think he was getting them from an employee who wasn't supposed to be selling shoes, and I think he knew it because a lot of that stuff happens in that area of the country because it's where Nike's at, Oregon and California and stuff, and employees' kids get busted all the time. Employees get busted all the time, and that's what it was. I guarantee that's what. And the fact that he laid down and rolled over the moment eBay said not. Okay, we're kicking you off the platform and didn't fight it, tells me he knew what was going on. And I'm not, whatever, he made his money, whatever, but was it worth it? But why people still would trust a guy who was busted and thrown off eBay to give them eBay advice is beyond me. That doesn't make any sense.
Well,
not that his advice ain't good, but it's eBay advice when he shouldn't be giving eBay advice.
He made a mistake. Chris is very smart. Him and Tekken Sports, those are very smart guys. They both turn a lot of stuff, and their platform and them getting people motivated to list and sell stuff, it works. I mean, I follow them on Instagram. They show people's numbers, from when they come in. It's from getting motivated and listening to them. Now, did he make a mistake? Yeah, but I mean, he's not on there, teaching them to do what he did, But he's a smart guy. He's going to make his money. They're making a lot on the thing that they have, and plus he's doing whatnot, and he's just a smart guy. He's going to continue making money.
Chris wasn't a reseller anyway. He was a marketer, a self-marketer. That's basically what he is. He knows how to market himself. And he does really well at it.
Well, he was selling a lot of stuff. Was he selling over $1 million a year, wasn't it? On eBay?
He claims.
Yeah, he's doing T-shirts now, I think, on Whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'm not trying to, throw shade on the guy or anything. I'm just a little skeptical when things like that happen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's a bad guy. I don't have any ill will towards him or anything. But, when something is too good to be true or something, I mean, the thing that bothered me the most, and when in one of the 2 or 3 videos I watched, he talked about the fact that because the buy costs on these shoes were so high, he didn't make that much profit on the sales. I'm like, so then why, somebody who is so smart and helped so many people and has done so well in this game, why do you make the decision to go for this? I mean, there's there's no glory because you sold a one-off pair of shoes on eBay. Nobody gives a rat's ass. So if you're selling items at a reduced profit than what you normally make, why are you not doing what you normally make? Your time is better well spent making the money you normally make. I mean, that part of me is that's the disconnect for me.
Well,
Yeah,
you're not going to get on there and say how much money you're making. You're going to, I mean, even for IRS purposes, he may say, I'm not making much money, because if it's a cash deal, he may say, I paid $20,000 for these shoes and sold them for X amount. But I mean, he's not going to tell you if he made a lot of money. He just said he didn't make a lot. So I mean, yeah, I wouldn't tell nobody. I'd say I didn't make any money too.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would too.
I do the same thing. Because heck, a lot of times resellers get on here and they're like, "Oh, I bought this for 10 and sold it for 100." You're stealing from the poor. I mean, how many times have you seen that? I mean, it's like, you should have offered them full price for what it was worth.
So we were in a thrift store today, me and Tracy, and there was a speaker set, a really nice speaker set. It was like $75. Come on, folks, have y'all not been? These people that say that kind of craziness, y'all not been in the thrift stores lately? If somebody who's struggling to make ends meet and is there to get things they need, they're not paying $75 for a home theater speaker system.
Nope.
That's going to be sitting on the floor until the first weekend of the month, and it goes half price.
And it ends up in the bins eventually because nobody wanted to buy it.
Or their bins is called the dumpster.
Well, that's what ours is here. We don't have bins.
Rhonda, I decided not to do that this weekend. Just for this year. Harlan will tell you the same thing I'm going to tell you. Is our yard sales this year they've been tremendous. Has there been a weekend? Really, has there been a Friday or a Saturday, Harlan, that we didn't fill up at least half the van? Mm-hmm. I mean, and most of the time my van is 3/4 full. And this past Saturday, we couldn't have got much left in it. It was so dang full. And Friday was another big day. Friday was about 2/3. I'm picking up so much stuff here that it doesn't make sense to drive. That's 600 miles one way. And then all the driving there and all the driving back. That puts me at let's figure out with the van.
Now the 127 coming up in August.
Oh yeah, that game on.
That'll be a different story.
So you got 1,400 miles. Probably is what I would end up driving. That's 63 gallons of gas. What times 475? I'm $300 in a hole just on gas alone. I mean, I realize I get to write some of that off, but you still got to spend that money. And so I just thought it was a better decision to count on the yard sales being good again here one more weekend versus. I really would like down at Commonwealth has said that he's having gonna try to meet up with some folks. I really would like to meet Kevin, but I think he's a good guy. I think he's a good reseller, but still gonna stay here.
They'll do it again. They'll do it at the 127. He always goes to that one too.
Yeah, we're gonna do Harlan and I are gonna do the 127 several days.
I'm not sure. It's been so good here this year so far. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can't spit without making money. I mean, it's yeah. So do I need to travel? And with gas prices the way they are, I realize a lot of that's a write-off and stuff, but I just don't need to travel right now.
I'm trying to figure out what to do about the 127, whether I might be truck and trailer and just leave here on Wednesday and go as far as I can go. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
127 might be different. I mean, that's in August. That's the end of August, ain't it?
First week of August.
No, first week of August.
So we might do that one. It depends on where we're at financially, you know. I'm not gonna lie, we got way behind. We spent way too much money on our credit cards to try to build Amazon up, and for some reason we got way behind. So we've been doing our best to fix that. So we may not be traveling that much until we get straightened around, which is starting to happen. So it's good.
I want to be traveling more.
I'd like to. You know, I love traveling. I love going out and sourcing and stuff. But what makes sense to me now is cash sales, cash buys, so I can pay down credit card debt.
And the other thing too, before I was going to do that, I was only doing the auction every other Monday, and now that I'm doing auction every Monday, you know, that puts a lot of pressure. You know, you're talking 10, 11 hour drive back. If I start from the bottom and go north, I'd probably finish close to Virginia, and that's 12, 13 hours driving back to Alabama, you know, Saturday night or Sunday, all day Sunday. And then I've got to be ready for our auction 7 o'clock Monday morning to take stuff up there. And that was another factor too, is
right now with the way things are going, and for any one of us, anybody can be in my position right now, you know, any one of us, because of the way the economy is. And so we've got to make the decisions that are best for our business, you know, and our personal life too. So if that means missing out on one of these long yard sales because it doesn't make sense to go, that's what it means.
And 579 Illinois. When I leave here, you know, I take for granted what gas is. I got gas today at 441.
I got it for 489, but it's 499 everywhere else. We have one gas station that was underselling today.
Fucking $7 here.
It's freaking crazy, man.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm planning on doing the 127 heavy. Hadn't figured out how yet, but I think the idea that really gets me going is
there it is.
So I watch a kid named Mav on YouTube, and he carries on in his truck camper. I would really love to build a bed and stuff where I could sleep in the truck and leave here on a Wednesday and stay in the truck each night and fill the trailer up as I go. Because I've got a 5x8 trailer. It doesn't sound very big, but it'll hold 3 times what the van will hold. So, you know, I can leave here on Wednesday and come back on Saturday evening on the 127.
That's just some of the grease that's inside of that machine.
Dang.
Yeah, they put a lot of grease in these things.
What's up, Craig?
What's up, Craig?
Oh, I can absolutely use. I talked about this a little bit. I really think the deeper this stuff goes and the longer it goes, the used market, you know, and that's normally the way it is when a recession and when hard times come. You know, people will buy used to save money on new, but now the new is not available on a lot of things, so that's an extra whammy. So if you have good sources and can pick up real, you know, quality used items that people want and still make money on the flip, I mean, there's a lot of opportunity in used.
That's what I'm noticing with the bicycles locally. People are starting to buy that. You know, you can go to Walmart and buy a cheap used bike, but if I'm offering a bike for $30 that's decent, you know, a kid's bike, you know, that's a lot of what I've been dealing with. People are willing, they're snapping them up. They're not listed for more than a day usually. Now the girls' ones usually are. But I bought a Barbie, little, you know, 16-inch Barbie bike for $5 at a yard sale, and I turned around and flipped it for 20. All I did was put air in the tires. That's it. And tighten up the brake. That's it. So I noticed people and they weren't even buying it for a girl. The bikes are so expensive right now. You know, used bikes on the used market around here that they're buying it for a boy because they couldn't find anything cheap enough. So
yeah, I mean, they tell you that the consumer price index was 8% inflation, 8.6%. I'm telling you, that is a lie. We're living in, you know, if you go back to the to the 70s before they started changing and stuff, you know, you're talking inflation of 28 to 29%. I mean, we are, it's, and if you really go back farther than that, where the original inflation numbers were historically.
Yeah, I was talking to John the other day at the auction.
Right.
And I asked him if people was bidding really good this last week up at the auction. Me and Scott both sold over $1,000 worth of stuff on Thursday, and I asked him if he noticed more people bidding, and he said we noticed them bidding was up, but he also noticed people buying more stuff instead of like collectibles, like stuff they could use. So I mean, I've got a pair of tennis shoes. Last time I looked, they were already at $22.50. A used pair of shoes.
Consumable.
I'm pretty really low with shoes up there. Todd, I think 75. I think 75 basis points is what I heard. Yeah. I mean, you got to watch what's going to happen. The housing market's about to come to a screeching halt. Because you just can't afford. Because the house prices have gotten so much higher, 100% in a lot of areas in the last couple of years, and now you're gonna, with these interest rates, until they announce that, a 30-year mortgage rate is right at 6%. Harlan and I were looking at this weekend. 2 years ago, Kevin, his brother, we were sitting at a restaurant, and he was talking about refinancing his house, and I'm like, for some reason it dawned on me. I'm like, dude, tell me more about this. And he was like, I'm going down to 15 years. I'm trying to cut the time off this and save the money on the time, and also on the interest. And he's like, I think I'm I'm under 2.5. I think I'm in the low twos. I'm like, can I get your guy's number? And so I text. He texts me the number, and we're locked in at 2.1, 2.2, something like that. That's a significant difference from 2% to 6% when you spread out on 15 or 30 years for your cost of borrowing. And
even on your monthly, quite a bit on your monthly payment too.
Oh, you got in around 3%.
And so I'm very, very fortunate to be down there, but just to be able to afford the prices of how their houses are now, and the monthly, the house at 0.75 is going to be very interesting to see what it does to mortgage rates once they do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Mr. Zay, I think I'm 2.2. I think that's where I'm at. I think we got 13 years left now. I mean, we knocked off. We were at 26 and a half years, and went down to 15, and that was at least a year and a half ago. So. That's a lot of money. I think I talked about it on the morning show back then.
You did.
I think I calculated the number between $110,000 and $130,000 in just interest charges on those years I'm not paying. Yeah, but
found it.
But that's a very interesting insight, Harlan. I really, we don't buy a ton of collectibles anyway, but I get decent money for TVs. I've been selling a lot of shoes, but still, look at, don't discount what's local. So the fox, if anybody saw the last video I made by giving Johnny a stuffed fox for her birthday,
that was crazy.
That fox, I paid $15 for it. At the auction, it went for $170.
Nice.
I had a set of Legos sell for $100 this week. So there are things that that have value. Legos have value. It was a SpongeBob Lego set. This is the Deep South. Hunting and that kind of stuff does real well. So
I sell a lot of if I find Carhartt stuff, I'll buy all those shirts, anything that stuff sells really well up there. Shirts. I was trying to see what my stuff's at right now. My shoes.
Where does this go?
Trying to say, what do I have that's any good?
Those New Balance shoes are up to $27.50.
I've got a TV. I've got a TV up there that's at 25. It's amazing how many LED TVs I've been picking up for $5 at yard sales this year.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a pair. Remember those men's Skechers that were new, Harlan, that were size 12?
Uh-huh.
They're up to $19.
Wow. See, that's stuff that we would have just walked right by if it wasn't for this up here. You can list them on eBay, but it takes time, to clean them up and stuff like that, and make sure they're good. But take them up there and just let them fly.
Yeah, I've got a HP laptop. It's $25. That's aluminum step stools at 10 now.
Hopefully it'll be good. And it's weird because people really didn't bid until the end. I looked at my stuff the other night with like 2 minutes left, and I had like a 10-man collectible thing on a stand. It was at 14, closed at $55. Everything just kind of exploded at the end. So hopefully they'll continue to do that.
Yeah, my big one was a new in box. It wasn't big, but it was the one that lasted the longest. It was a new in box DVD, one of those micro DVD sets. So it would sit on your TV, or I guess on your TV or somewhere. But it was a Samsung new in the box. I paid $10. It was at $9 with 4 minutes to go, and two people just started going, one bid at a time, one bid at a time. It ended at like $75. They just keep going and kept going and kept going.
Yeah, I don't
The
know.
box was at 120 real fast, and it stayed there all week. And then it had jumped another $50 right at close. So Ron, it depends on how we put them. So at each auction, Harlan came up with this. Harlan's been doing this for like 5 or 6 years. I've only been doing this a couple. He uses an index card to put in to make the lots, and so the shoes. I've got 5 or 6 pairs of shoes in this week on my two 8-foot tables, and I group. There's one that's got 2 together, and the rest are all individual. So it's just based on how you write the card. You can group them together, or you can run them individual. But most of the time, the shoes, I'll run kids' shoes together and adult shoes. If the kids are the same size, and I'll run adult shoes individuals.
Did you answer Ron's question?
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Okay. Yeah, we set things up like we want them run, and a lot of people would just put stuff on the table, and they'll have to separate it out, but they know that we know what we're doing. So, like, here's an example of, like, I'll take these. I'm doing some of my stuff for Van Massey next week right now. I've got these 10 packs of cards. I'll have these cards like this, and I'll have this right up under it. And it'll kind of give a description, and hopefully, for a while, they were not very good, some people, but they've got them trained pretty good now. They'll go with the description, kind of what we've got on the card, and they'll make that the lot. Every now and then, they'll start pulling stuff together where they shouldn't, but they're pretty good for the most part.
Yeah, I found another misspelled. I got to send John another text.
Yeah.
I have a knife block. It's J.A. Hinkle's knife block. And with knives in it, they put J.A. Hankles.
Oh, okay. Ron found him a local auction. Good deal.
Yeah,
I used to be jealous of you guys, and I just took matters in my own hands and started listing on Marketplace, which is the only thing we can do here, and it works. So I'd love to find a local auction, and we will maybe someday. But there is one, but it's like 45 minutes, and that's a long drive. But that's how far you guys go, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
It takes me about 35 minutes.
Yeah, I'm about 40, 45, probably 45. But I mean, if you can go up there and sell $800 to $1,000 or more, you know, then it's worth it.
Especially if you're good with yard sales, and once you've been doing these auctions for so long, you get really good at picking up. Yeah, Harlan took us through things at thrift store this week. Our big horse came from a thrift store, right?
The what?
The big horse. The big horse.
I can't hear what you said.
Sorry.
That big horse.
Yes. No, that was a thrift. The horse I took, that was a
thrift store. Yeah. So
yeah.
you can. Yeah, Alan. It's a weekly. It's every. It ends every Thursday night. We take stuff up there every Monday. It ends every Thursday night. But this auction has a big following. They've been doing it for a number of years, and so they ship items too. So it's amazing. So we went up there after the yard sales to pick up this, because Harlan had bought a big Patron thing behind him. Some of his man-whore decor right there.
Manwhoredecor.com.
So I rode up there with him, and it's just amazing how many people are there picking up stuff. There's so many people that come to pick up stuff. There's usually, average is about 2,200 lots a week. There's a guy that has a food truck that sits there every Friday when people pick up barbecue food truck, and I know he does a good business. But I mean, it's hundreds and hundreds of people that come up there.
Manwhoredecor.com is not available.
You did buy it?
It's in my domain collection now. I thought it had a good ring to it. Somebody have to buy that one day from me. I was like, man, that sounds good. I wonder if that's available. It is? Yeah, I bought it.
Hey, what's the little girl's name tonight? We'll have to get her to ask you next time she sees you. Have you developed your website yet, man?
Yeah. That's fine. Alan Ron's in somewhere around Houston or somewhere in Texas, wherever he's at. But yeah, the one we sell it's taken them years to build it up to where it is now, and it's become a monster. It's
I really think Huntsville. I really think there's room for another one in Huntsville. I think.
Oh, absolutely, there is. But the amount of work, that's full time plus hiring lots of people. Because I mean, they have a huge building and they've got 2 auctions. They'll have one running and they'll have one. As one is ending on Thursday night, the other side is already listed and starting when the other one is ending. So they've got one side that holds about 2,400 auctions lots. Other side holds about 1,800, something like that. That takes a lot of people.
Isn't this the small side this week?
Do what?
Isn't this the small side this week? There's 2,098 this week on the small side.
Okay. Yeah, that's a small side.
Yeah, I think the way they rearranged the Harlan and go around the end now.
Yeah.
I think they get several more. They get a few more.
Right. Yeah, so they run this, and it's run just like eBay auctions for people who don't know that's listening. It's all online, runs Thursday to Thursday. It's live. You do all your bidding online. The last 2 minutes, if anyone bids, clock goes back to 2 minutes. So if there's a minute left and you bid, it goes back to 2 minutes. If there's 2 seconds on the clock, it goes back to 2 minutes. It's so as long as people are bidding, it just keeps going, and that's good for us.
Unless we're trying to buy something.
Yeah. So, but I'm perfectly fine with that. Because on eBay, you may get there at the end and say, okay, I'm going to bid $50 and you lose. It's like, God, I knew I should have went higher. This one here, if you get out, even if you're outbid, even if you are not the high bidder, it still goes back up. So you can just keep hitting it. And you're like, finally, you're like, okay, finally got it. Then all of a sudden you're outbid again. Oh, okay, I got to bid again. I can't lose.
Yeah, create a max bid.
But how many times on eBay have you put your max bid in and you still wasn't the high bidder and you're like, okay, more time. Go one more time. I'm going to get it. Hit me, baby, one more time.
Speaking of housing prices and rent prices and stuff, that's on my to-do list tonight, actually, is I've got to send out. So I have 12 units that went out, and 6 out of the 12 have to have a rental increase in August.
Uh-oh.
That's the first time I've raised rent on a tenant while they lived here and not between tenants. But we haven't had anybody move in 18 months. Nobody. So
as I was listening to the news or one of the podcasts I listened to, the average rent in the U.S. reached $2,000 a month now. Average rent, $2,000.
Well, we're still a lot less than that. So
yeah.
My mortgage.
Oh, I know you are. I'm just saying. That was kind of interesting that the average rental in the United States is now $2,000 a month.
Yeah. So one of the things people can do too is look up, type in HUD FMR, 2 different acronyms, HUD space FMR, and that will give them they can put in their zip code and see what the fair market rate or roughly the average rate is for their area.
If they get their way, John, with the New World Order, that's exactly what they want. They want you to have no ownership whatsoever.
Yep.
Hey, Jennifer.
Which Jennifer is that?
That is the one from
New York?
Lower New York. Yeah.
Yeah, Southern New York.
Southern New York.
Oh.
I never will forget that. That was just classic.
Yeah, Glock 30. You're 100% correct. There is a huge skew from what a rental is in one place to the other.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Where are you from? New York. New York. Southern New York.
Yep.
Every time she told them that, the look on their face when she told them New York, they were like, "What the hell?"
Right, exactly.
Is she serious? Southern New York. Oh, okay. Southern New York.
Southern New York.
Yeah.
You got that thing fixed yet, Steve?
I took it apart just to see if the gear was bad, and it doesn't look bad. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on with it. I'm still going to order a gear for it, but because they don't have to look bad to be bad. It could be worn down and evenly. So
Right.
I'll order gear. They're only you can get 2 of them for $10. It's not like that's expensive or anything. I'm dealing with an Amazon message though right now. I sent out one of those things that I lowered the prices on you for on the what day did I send it out? 12th. 12th? Hold on. I gotta get to the tracking here.
Just give them their money back. Move on.
I probably will if it does. I probably will in the end if that's what has to happen. But Sunday, June 12th. So I sent it out on Monday the 13th. And for some reason, it's saying they won't get it till the 20th. And it didn't say that. It said 17th before. And so they're livid that now it says they need it because they need it by the 17th or some bullshit. So now I got to figure out how to finesse this conversation so that they don't get too angry.
Tell them to just send it back.
If it doesn't get there on time, send it back. Yeah. Open a return request. That's what I'll tell them. But
Probably not on this one. If it's what I think it is.
what's that now?
I don't know if you can. If that's what I think it is.
Well, it'd be I have to put a diamond on it. It's an aerosol.
Yeah. For return though, it doesn't work.
Oh, they can't return those?
Good, but you're assuming liability that they do, and you're responsible. Remember that.
So what kind of party did you go to in an apartment that's 400 square feet?
Think it through for a minute.
I'll just say
if they don't do it right, you're liable.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? So was it even worth it?
I'm not going to refund them now. Right. It's not even close to the 17th.
Right.
And they'll probably get it. If you don't get it by the 17th, contact me and we'll work something out. That's what, no big deal. But you're right. I didn't think about that.
So I've actually been to Buffalo to the Anchor
Happening
Bar
to me. That's why I'm.
And eating wings at the original home of where Buffalo wings came from, the Anchor Bar. They were bad. I bought a T-shirt.
$15 to 20 people. It's like having a party in a submarine.
That's awesome. So 6,000 to 7,000 a month is common these days. Holy shit! I have a Ford Ranger.
I think some of that average rent pricing being higher too is that more people are renting than previously renting. So you're factoring in families who have to have 3 or 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms or whatever, or think they do, and so that drives up the average rent.
And that's also so. Not only are they wanting bigger ones, you've got a whole generation that cares nothing about ownership. They're more about experiences. They're just as happy to rent, and so they are renting. So you've got that issue, and then when you got the families, there's so many renters now. There is something that wasn't around 15 years ago is this luxury rental market. Where these huge planned rental communities with all these amenities, and people are paying for the premium of staying in these much nicer apartments and stuff than they ever were.
Yep.
And so that's also driving. There's lots of factors. In Huntsville, there are apartments going up everywhere. I mean, every inch of land's got a house or an apartment going up. One of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Cruise realtor sites in Manhattan. because you got these new ones coming up. They've got parking garages. They've got all these. They've got these full gyms, and they've got all these different amenities. Plus, the apartments are nicer.
Yeah, and of course, then you have rent control in some cities where
Right.
You have control prices, so to speak, in one little area or one area. And as soon as you go outside of that area, there's tons of new housing going in because it's not under rent control, and because it's the only place that makes sense for a developer to actually build, because they can't build it for the prices that they're getting.
Yeah, rent's tripled out here. It's crazy.
You say triple of other places, or triple of like 2 years ago?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've been here a long time, and I'm kind of like grandfathered in.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, from where I'm at, yeah, tripled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did I see the new Taco Bell? No, I haven't seen the new Taco Bell.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, I did see that one. The one that everything's up in the air and you drive under it. Like, yeah, I saw one of those. You get everything down like
Storage units, yes, those two. There's actually a company out of New York that's buying up a lot of storage units in my area, and I know two of the companies, two of the small mom and pop businesses that were rentals, just storage rentals. They offered them 2.5 times what they thought they would ever get for it, or even thought they could get for it now in an inflated market. 2.5 times the price of what they thought it was worth.
Did they sell them?
Yes.
Yes.
But what that's doing is it's driving up the price, because as soon as that company bought those, they doubled the rent.
Yeah.
They literally doubled the rent on every unit that was in those facilities. Now they can do it because they've bought 6 different units, and that's or 6 different properties. And that's probably 15% of our market here in the like local small market. And everything else is taken. Like there are no storage units available either. So that makes a difference too.
Yeah, I had a storage unit for a while. They kept going up on mine. It's like, okay, I'm out.
Yeah. If you have the ability to not pay it, it's obviously a good thing.
I just had to cram stuff in there, so I mean, it was. But I mean, like you say, that was it was $150 a month.
How much?
$150 a month for a
10 by 30?
10 by 20.
Ooh, boy.
Now, Scott's is a lot cheaper over.
Harlan's not nearly as cheap as I am. My 2 10 by 20s are. I get 2 for the 150.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good price.
Yours are 10 by 20?
Yeah. Yeah, what was that lady? Was it Saturday that we were talking to a realtor that the house went? Were you there, Harlan, when a realtor was telling me that a house went? I forget how far over it went. It went 100,000 over asking, something stupid.
Mm-hmm.
good time to get high and go to bed yet. Wyatt Earth goes, we just need the list faster. Oh.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Yeah. Best thing I ever did was buy this freight container, for sure. Wind, water, airtight. I have AC running in it. No bugs, no pests can get in it.
Oh well.
Had some pretty time.
I'm actually considering buying a few more of them and modifying them. So I wouldn't do the insulated one like this one is, but buying them and putting roll doors on them like storage roll doors, and then putting them, offering them as a delivery, like deliver them to a property and let them sit there and rent them out that way. So I know that there's a fabrication company local that will build them that way for me if I want them that way. I can put up to either 3 or 4 units into one and just rent them out, or rent the whole thing.
I'm just paying Amazon to store all my stuff.
All right, Ron. We'll see you later. Oops. Yeah, I need to sit here one night, Scott, and just do like 10 weeks worth of my cards for auctions and be done with it. I mean, I ran through it. I just finished, for next Mondays. I need to just go ahead and do it again, start another group. Because last week I was doing this on Sunday night at 9:30. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, I was doing it Monday.
Monday? What? Because that's the thing about having the van. When I bring stuff home from the yard sales, when I transfer it over to the van, it's done. So if I have all this other stuff done, I could actually be doing the Van Massey on Saturday right after lunch. That'd be game changing.
I bet you won't be done this Saturday unless you got some shade somewhere.
Oh, I got shade in the front.
It's gonna be hot as hell when we get done.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot. I just wonder how many yard sales there'll be.
There'll be the 7 to 11 time. I wouldn't be shocked if we had a lot of 6 o'clocks.
Yeah,
People need to get up early.
because I mean it's light at 6 o'clock. That sun is up. I was noticing today it was 7:30. That sun was way up in the sky. It's like, good grief. Braves put 10 runs on the board again tonight. They won 13 in a row. Smoking.
Did they change anything with their offense to get it going again?
They're just starting to hit. Everybody's hitting. Everybody's pitching good. Just clicking. Well, they did have one guy come up probably a few weeks ago. He's playing pretty good. So, but for the most part, people they just weren't hitting the ball, and now they're all hitting home runs at that. See you, Glenn. Hey, Brenda. Yeah, 5 people in here tonight. Woo-hoo. Let's see. We need to go to. 3. Let's see.
I'm sure you guys have heard that Ohio has changed the concealed carry law that now just about any adult can carry concealed without a license.
Yeah,
Constitutional carry.
Yeah. So they had to put out a notice that even though there's been a change in the law, it doesn't mean you can bring the fucking weapon into the courthouse. People are trying to take weapons into the courthouses. People are stupid. But I'm glad now if I want to carry, because I never would have gone out and got a license. I'm too lazy for that.
Man, you can't be lazy, man.
What is this you talk about? Am I the only one sitting here like this?
Yep.
Yeah, I just got one of these.
That's correct.
However,
you got zapped. Pow!
we have to go to the courthouse to pay our quarterly taxes because that's where it is. We could send them in, but we like going in. And the security guard at the front there's a metal detector, and they check your temperature, and they have this X-ray thing. And you'll beep going through the metal detector. He'll say, "Do you got a knife on you?" You'll say no, and he'll let you go through.
Cool.
Like, what the hell kind of security guard are you? Somebody's going to get hurt. He does it to everybody. Every time I've been in there since he's an older guy. I mean, he's probably in his 70s. But maybe that's why they had to put this notice out, because of him.
Oh, shit.
And the day that school shooting happened down there in Texas, which everybody's hyper aware at that point that there's, something's gone wrong, is the day we went, or the day after we went and paid our taxes, and he still let us in like that. I'm like, dude, really? Y'all talk before I got in here. You all talk about that the 2% minimum for promoted listings now.
It's what minimum?
You can't. People like me who sometimes use 1% as a promoted listing rate won't be able to do it anymore. The minimum is now 2% on eBay.
Gotcha.
I don't think there's a problem with it. What's that?
They figured you out.
No, I mean, I think what was going on is people would use promoted listings, but everybody would promote at 1%, so it doesn't make it worth it. It does. eBay.
Which tells me I wonder if 1% was even doing anything at all.
Probably not, because, and that's why they made the change, I'm sure.
Right.
Some of mine are up to 35%.
I promote like 1 or 2% over recommended.
Wait, hold up. What'd you say?
35%.
Over recommended?
No, 35% max, and I do 25% over recommended, but a maximum of 35.
It depends on what you're selling. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I mean,
And I didn't say all my items, just some specific one.
If you're flipping products like you're flipping them on Amazon, on eBay, then sometimes that might be worth it to be in the right spot.
My buy cost is 0, so.
Oh yeah, your situation totally different.
Yep.
I think promoting at some rate is better than not promoting at all, and I'll stand by that. And usually I don't promote at 1%, but I was trying it as an experiment lately, and I sold a lot of items. I don't know how many of them. I haven't gone back and looked to see how many were on promoted, but I have already changed everything up to a higher percentage rate now. I don't do like whatever the suggested is plus or minus 1. I don't do that. It's always a flat rate for me, like 2, 3, 4, 5%, whatever I feel like.
I have some pretty stiff competition when it comes to the particular item that I sell that I do that
Right.
to, and so
Yeah, I got a couple that I'm doing like between 10 and 15%, and like recommended is like 3. You know,
yeah. There are
I think
times
a lot of
when I go down. I go down to like 10 to 15% when I don't have as many, but summertime when I have an abundance, basically almost unlimited.
yeah.
I'm not selling. I think if you're selling a lot of the same item like you are, Jacob,
Yes.
it makes more sense to promote at a higher rate like that. I'm
Yep.
selling 99% one-offs.
Yep.
Yeah.
And my wife, on the other end, tends to sell in multiples, so maybe she'd benefit more from a higher percent, but she does pretty well too. So
I played around a little bit with the advanced one, the advanced where there's pay-per-click on eBay.
yeah, I haven't done it yet.
So far I haven't really. Been doing it for 2 months now, almost 2 months, and I've made 4 sales or something like that went through that way, and I'm promoting even on there pretty high, like $2 or $3 a click, and of course, I have a maximum per day so that I don't go crazy, right? But it's still not.
Depends on the product too. Depends on the time on the product.
Sure.
I learned that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're like first in and it's early, sometimes you throw the right stuff at it and you take off at the right time and you build fast and you're in and out,
Sure.
This is gonna be me tomorrow. Sitting in the front seat with 2 bags of ice on me. I bet
You don't own a Husky in this time of the year. This is about
What
what
our
you have.
weather's supposed to be like this week. I know it's supposed to warm up here, but
Nice.
it was in the 80s today, but there was 0 humidity. It actually felt nice.
Today it felt like you walked outside and it felt like an oven just came up and just punched you right in the face is what it felt like. It was hot. I could walk from my job. I walk out to my truck, walk back in, and it was just horrible.
The only reason I knew I wasn't in Death Valley was because it was too humid.
We'll be in the 80s the next 2 days and then 70s after that until next Tuesday.
Yeah. I vividly remember driving through Death Valley and yeah.
Punched me right into my officer dangles is what they said.
Not your dangles.
One of my dangles. Try Let's see here. 22. That's not bad.
Anybody else getting emails daily from Amazon with your active listing reports? I've never asked for an active listing report. Every day I get an email with the download in it.
Yeah, I think Inventory Lab triggers it. You can go in and turn it off under settings.
Yeah.
In Inventory Lab?
No, and
No, at Amazon.
I'll see if I can find it. Yeah, it just started like last week, and I'm like, and they sent me 2, one for Canada, and
Oh,
one for
it's good. Yeah, I was just gonna say that's why it's Mexico and Canada. So you got to go turn it off on that side.
I didn't check to see if one. I know one of them was Canada, but I didn't see if the other one was Mexico. I don't have anything listed in Mexico.
No, but if you have NARF or whatever turned on, then you need to go in and change those because those now you have essentially 3 accounts. But one
Guessing it's
primary.
under fulfillment by Amazon settings, right?
No, it's under notification.
No.
Notification preferences. There we go.
Yeah.
I went through and turned everything off before. It's funny the ones you can't turn off.
So what we'll get, I think this is maybe fingernail polish off the front. What'll get that off?
Lighter fluid.
A Dremel.
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
Acetone takes off fingernail polish remover, but I would do a little test spot before I'd try that.
Oh, hold on. It comes. You know what it comes off with?
Fingernail.
Fingernail. It must be paint.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so it must be Canada and Mexico because it's not on the U.S. side.
If fingernail didn't work, I'd probably try a little bit of heat.
Yeah. Just put it on my front porch. Is that what you're saying? Set it out there for a little bit. Just don't want to scratch it.
All right, I think I fixed it.
If it's coming off with my fingernail, I wonder if a wet rag will get that off. There's only one way to find out.
All right, that should be fixed now. On both of them. Oh, I promised my wife I'd do Jared's stuff tonight.
Uh-oh.
I forgot about it till just now. It's usually pretty simple. She does all the hard stuff.
Oh yeah. Speaking of that, I'm gonna go pull that.
Wow, I haven't spent a lot of money this month or in May.
I just haven't pulled from eBay for a while.
Do you use the QuickBooks connection or do you use the spreadsheet?
Me?
Dave, yeah.
Easy auction tracker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still using it for this year, but I'm planning on switching it over at the end of the year. I'm going to switch it over to the QuickBooks connection.
There's a QuickBooks connection for eBay?
Yep. As of February or so, they announced it. It's a free connection for QuickBooks integration. Direct integration. Free as in like if you're paying for QuickBooks Online. I mean,
right. I mean that's how Jared does all this stuff.
Yep.
What did I buy at Lowe's? Inventory.
Of course.
$4.55. I don't remember what it was. A lot of times I'll buy something on eBay that's a part, like a cord for a Super Nintendo or something. and then I don't remember it, what it was. General withdrawal, that's definitely yard sale. Withdrawal memo. Yeah, those are all, that's all inventory.
Okay, Ron, you're out this time. Yeah, wet rag got that off, but it's still a little bit. You see where it was right there. Still need a
I
little
got
bit.
yeah, you can see it pretty decent light.
Yeah, the paint's
Well,
actually gone though.
Rubbing alcohol will probably take the rest off.
Yeah, I'll work on that.
I that's one I didn't mention. A system I didn't mention. I got at a yard sale a week or two ago. I will make some laser videos. Just, when I get back into it, I will. Actually got a product to make.
You didn't say it right.
Like with laser,
Anyway.
Laser.
with laser beams.
I will shoot my laser beam.
I got a Nintendo DS Lite, black, real nice. I mean, it looked really rough. It looked like, somebody hung it out to dry. It was really bad. So I brought it home and cleaned it up, and actually there was nothing wrong with it. The lady sold it to some old lady at a yard sale. Probably didn't know what it was. It was in a basket of junk, and I said, "How much for this?" Just held it up like that. She said, $2. So, yeah, $2.
Heck yeah.
And that's a yard sale I go to. It's one of the, we call them perpetual yard sales. They're all the time. They have them 6 or 8 times a year, sometimes every week. And I wasn't supposed to stop because I'm supposed to keep a notebook with those yard sales on it, so I don't waste my time going to them all the time. And I accidentally went to it, and it actually worked out this time. So maybe I shouldn't stop going to those. But yeah, I mean, it's just been hectic around here mentally more than anything for me to try to get ourselves back to where we need to be, and so that's why I haven't been putting out the videos. But I will. I've been selling laser stuff.
Laser.
Laser stuff a couple times a week. Sometimes a little more than that. So it's not like I'm not doing it. It's just, holy Lord, that's a big one. So I'm looking at the file he sent me. It's all inventory though.
Laser videos.
I'm glad you guys like them, and I apologize for not doing them. It just, when your accountant mentions to you that you may need to do some drastic measures because you are so far in debt, then you start putting the foot down and not doing the fun stuff as much. Although I did have a little fun with this week with my Volkswagen. Went out there. I couldn't believe it. It's been 5 years since I've had that thing on the road. So I went out there and put some gas in the tank, and some bitch started right up.
Dang.
So then I pulled it out of the garage so I could clean the garage so I could get around in there. And I pulled it back in, or I left. It was out in the driveway, and I'm smelling gas. Well, the gas line under the tank leaks, so I had to fix that before I could put it back in the garage. But
request, and that is to have sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their head.
somebody had to do it.
I'm sorry. It wasn't me. We attach a laser beam to the shark's head.
Yeah.
Now, evidently, my cycloptic colleague informs me that can't be done. Can you remind me what I pay you people for? Honestly, throw me a bone here.
Razzmatazz, how are you doing? Scott looks very sleepy.
You hit the pen.
Scott looked very sleepy.
Judging by the little mute icon down there in the corner, he's probably watching a video.
He is. He has tuned us out.
Oh, I didn't tell you guys about my really good sale. My brother-in-law Joe. Some of you guys know him from the auctions that we used to do. He like, dude, I'm cleaning. I'm working on this house. He's in construction, and they got all these old electronics, and I don't know what to do with them. He says, I know you like old electronics. I said, yeah, but I got a basement full of that crap. And then I look at my wife, and she says, go ahead, you know, in that kind of tone. And I'm like, okay. So I went over there, and there was a Sony Trinitron from 1979, and then there was some KLH speakers, big tall ones. Turned out the KLHs, which is I mean, if you guys know anything about that stuff, they're worth quite a bit of money. But somebody had recased. We put new speakers in the cases, so those I just donated to Goodwill. And there was a receiver. Let me get the name of it. Anyway, the Sony Trinitron went for $250. So free TV, $250. It was a really sort of kind of rare Trinitron.
Nice.
And I don't have super tubes, so I made my own super tubes with the air pill. I taped them around. I mean, that thing was, yeah. The receiver was, hold on a second.
Super tubes are like my new favorite thing.
Pioneer SX 680 stereo receiver. Sold that for $175 plus shipping. So somebody wants to give me free stuff, I'm gonna take it. Bought a Nintendo 64 a couple weeks ago for $20, and it had Super Mario 64 with it. So I still got the console, but I sold that for $30. Sony KV-1205 12-inch Trinitron Econoquick. $249.99 plus shipping. They paid $54 to ship it. And it's been delivered. So
the people at Van Massey sometimes do make you want to strangle them. So I took some of these, some of the returns I've got back, the Flexies things, the Maidenform things, and I took they're like $20 a piece. So I took 2 small and made a lot, and took 2 large, 1 nude and 1 black of each one. What did they do? I put them on separate tables on the other end of the tables. They drug them from one end of the table to the other and put them together. They put the smalls and the larges together. Who the fuck does that? You've got 2 smalls and you've got 2 larges. Why do you put all 4 of them together? Because the same person is not going to buy them and wear a small and a fucking large.
you know who does it? Some guy.
Has anybody been on it yet?
Young kid.
No, not yet.
Tell John. Send John an email or a text.
I don't have any cost on it, but it just irritates.
I would tell him. I mean, that's ridiculous. They hadn't been doing that kind of stuff for a while.
I was gonna say they're not really supposed to kind of touch your table, right? You leave it the way you want it, and they just shoot the pictures.
For the most part, they do leave it alone. Every now and then they put stuff together that's just maddening.
Yeah. It's like, come on, y'all.
So I finally got them all done. I've been dreading doing it for a while, and
Man, that was a lot of coding.
Procrastinating, right? That's the one thing that I'm not good at is increasing rent. I'm really good at getting rid of bad tenants because I don't like them anymore. I have no problem doing whatever is necessary at that point.
I'd have a hard time being a landlord at all, even with the bad tenants, because
Nope.
I have. So what I would do, and if it ever comes to the point where we move, we'd like to keep this house and rent it out. I would have my brother-in-law. He has no problem. No problem. I'd put him in charge. But I'm not good at it at all.
I also manage rental property for others in the local area.
Okay.
So, yeah.
For udders?
For other people, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said udders.
Udders.
Cal udders. He manages udders. Alrighty, I guess I'm gonna get ready to shut this down. I gotta go to sleep.
Sleep.
Got to go to sleep. Turn on the lasers.
It's only 8 o'clock.
Yeah, for you, Mr. Callie.
It's only 9 o'clock for you, ain't it?
Me?
It's 11 here. No, it's 10 for you guys.
It's 10:11 here. Yeah.
It's 11 here.
Jacob's 11.
You live in the correct time
11,
zone.
11 to 11.
11:11. But yeah, thanks for everybody for coming out tonight and hanging out while we shoot the breeze and list stuff. And
Yeah, well, y'all listen to.
while Scott just watched videos while we list stuff.
I didn't listen to damn thing.
I got all my stuff done.
I listed all. I did Amazon orders all day. I was tired of.
I got
Did anybody else have an issue last night getting the UPS sponsor discount?
No,
Oh, yeah, I just stopped and I waited till this morning and I'm doing this one.
Same.
I didn't do it last night. I don't do it unless I know I'm going to have a.
Yeah, so there, if you ship faster, like say you've got a 2-day holding, and you ship on the first day, you more frequently won't get it. But if you wait till
Really?
the second day, you'll get it almost every time.
I haven't had that issue.
Really?
I haven't noticed it.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, I haven't had it.
I had 4 yesterday. Today.
I shipped something for, let me look it up here. Let me take a picture of it. $2.56.
Mine haven't been that good.
I think 234 is the cheapest I've seen on UPS.
I haven't got that good a rate yet.
Yeah. I don't know. I know. I always take a picture of it if it's under $3. So.
All righty, we're gonna get out of here. We will catch y'all on the next episode.
On the flip side. All right.
Peace.